What's up guys, Zach's in the Good Time Gaming, and today we're going to be going over the beta update that just hit, Payday 2. This is a very big update. I don't normally mess around with betas because I've kind of had some bad experiences with them in the past, like trying to get back over to the regular game. But this is a pretty big one. It's definitely worth a little bit of trouble on my part to do. So today in the beta we have had launched now the potential update to the skill trees for Payday 2. Now, if you guys have been keeping track of the game at all and checking the forums, Overkill has been posting every week here about some proposed changes to skill trees and to the skills themselves. So I basically wanted to do a huge overhaul of the skills. Looks like it could be a pretty big thing. Really some major upsets and shakeups in this. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the different trees. So here we are in the Mastermind tree. You have these three basic pieces down here. You have medic, controller, and sharpshooter. If this looks a little different, then yeah, it's quite a bit different. So I definitely want to get inspired. So I'm gonna go ahead and go medic because that's what I'm pretty used to doing anyways. Okay. So you see, I put my points into combat medic there, and you see that by hitting it again at the base there, it aces it, so it gives it some more points, putting me now into the second tier. So it's kind of weird. So you have like this base tier that's basically like one skill on its own, and then from there it kind of goes up. So I went ahead and aced that, just kind of show you guys here. In the second tier here we have first aid kits and doc bag deployment time, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of weird. Like if you look at this, okay guys, check this out. So they're basically the same thing, right? Okay. So under this quick fix one, decrease first aid kit and doc bag deployment time. Then under the ace version of this, if you use a first aid kit or a doc bag, you take 20% less damage for 10 seconds. Kind of weird, especially for the doc bag. I feel like it was fine for the first aid kit, but for a doc bag it's kind of weird, but whatever, you know. And you also see painkillers is still here. Painkillers is basically still the same thing, not really a whole lot of change. I think the damage reduction is higher now on the ace version. I think it was less than that before. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's pretty minor either way. Also notice here, guys, that the ace version of both of these cost 4 points, so it's more expensive now. Let's look up here. We have in tier 3, uppers gives you more first aid kits, and then you get 3 more on an ace version. Plus, when you deploy first aid kits, they'll be automatically used if a player is down within a 5-meter radius of the first aider kit. So if you have first aid kit at your feet and you get down, then it will go ahead and pop and you will get healed, I guess, which is pretty cool. And then combat doctor is basically still the same. You can get 2 doc bags and you get 2 more charges. So I'm gonna go over here to endurance. Let's see, stable shot and endurance. So we're gonna go stable shot, I guess. Okay, so here we go, stable shot. 8 more weapon stability and gain 16 weapon accuracy while standing still. Kind of interesting. If you look over here, guys, in tier 1, it still says 9 points to unlock the top tier there. So still exactly the same. Here we go, rifleman and marksman. So these have been put lower, and it's a little more, I guess, simplified. I don't know. So this is basically the snap zoom one that was in technician before. This one is a little bit different now. So with marksman, you get 8 weapon accuracy with all SMG, assault rifles, and sniper rifles fired in a single shot. So if you have a weapon of those types in single shot mode, then you'll get 8 weapon accuracy. And then you also get 20% weapon accuracy while you're aiming down the sights with all SMG, assault rifle, and sniper rifles fired in single shot mode. So pretty cool, not bad. We'll go ahead and get that, I guess. We're now into spotter teamwork. Enemies you mark take 15% more damage, and enemies you mark take an additional 50% damage when farther away than 25 meters. So, okay, interesting. And then aggressive reload, 15% quicker reloads with your assault rifle. And then this is new, okay? Any killing headshot will reduce your reload time by 40% for 2 seconds. So if you kill someone with a headshot, you go to reload, you're gonna have like a crazy fast reload. Pretty neat, actually. I like that. All right, and now we have a problem again, once again here, okay? I still need 2 more points to get up into the next. And if you look over here in tier 1, I had kind of the same problems. So I guess just to get there, I'm gonna go ahead and get the first rank of tier 3, because that's exactly 3 points. So that'll work, I guess. So now I have Inspire. Inspire still costs the same number of points, still basically does the same thing. So we got Inspire, sweet. And that costs a total of 30 points in Medic to get there, okay? And then go up here to Stable Shot, let's see. This is kind of cool, okay? So look at this. I'm not gonna unlock it right now, but I'm just gonna kind of show you guys here. with ammo efficiency. Getting 3 headshots in less than 60 seconds will refund 1 bullet to your used weapon. It can only be triggered by SMG, assault rifle, and sniper rifles fired in single shot. Getting 2 headshots in a row will refund 1 bullet for your used weapon. It can only be triggered by SMG. So basically, if you can get multiple headshots in a row within the 6-second range, you're going to get some bullets back directly into your weapon. Pretty cool. Not really sure if it's worth the points to get it, but not bad by any means. Now, I definitely want endurance because I want to be able to run quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and get that and ace it. And let's see, we have kind of our joke skills over here. So we have Joker and then Partners in Crime, which is just kind of a silly ability anyways. Nothing really too good here. We have Cable Guy. So this is kind of interesting. Cable Guy is new. The power and range of your intimidation is increased by 50%, and then if you ace it, you can now have 2 converted enemies at the same time. So that's actually pretty neat. You can get 2 guys on your side in total. In case you're wondering where the 6 cable ties thing went to, it's now standard in the game, I believe. So that's where that's gone. Alright, so now let's look at Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome has been a joke of a skill for so long. The basic version is basically the same as it was before. The ace version of this is a little cool actually, though I'm not really sure it's worth it unless you plan on dying a lot. So hostages won't run away, and if you go into custody, the hostage will trade themselves for your safe return. This effect can occur during assaults, but only 1 time, so that's actually kind of neat. You can get traded during an assault wave if you have this ace, but again, you're basically planning on being a fuck up and dying if you're going to get this, so kind of silly to get that, I feel like. So here we are, medic. I've spent quite a few points. I've spent 50 points here total. Or no, 50 points? No, 30, 46. I've spent 46 points total, it looks like. So, quite a bit of points spent. I don't think I would really spend for these. I would probably get... Oh, that's cool. You can right-click and it refund. Interesting. Okay. And they don't cost any money anymore. Oh, holy shit! They didn't cost any money. Is that permanent? That's cool. Wow. That's cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that, and we'll go ahead and get that. Okay, so that's all I want here, I think. Okay, we're gonna go over to Enforcer. You see, Enforcer's looking a little bit different too. 3 base specializations: Shotgunner, Armorer, and Ammo Specialist. Let's see, look at the Shotgunner first, I guess. So Underdog is the base ability for here, basically the same as it was. We go up into Shotgun CQB, which is basically the same, it looks like. The ace version of this, you reload shotgun 35% faster, and you gain a 125% increased steel sight speed when using shotgun. So that's been combined with another skill. I can't remember which one it was, but that's now combined. And then Shotgun Impact, weapon stability with all shotguns goes up by 4. You deal 10% more damage with shotguns, and then if you ace it, you deal 35% more damage with shotguns. So on top of the reload speed and then the quicker steel sight speed, you have over here basically 2 opportunities to get more damage on your shotguns. Pretty sexy. Up top, you can now go into, we'll do close by here, I guess, on tier 3. You can now hip fire your shotguns while sprinting, and then rate of fire is increased by 35%. So I don't really think that's that important. The only thing kind of cool here, I think, is that shotguns with magazines have their magazine sizes increased by 15 shells, so that's kind of cool. But mostly, you probably don't really need that badly. And then over here, far away, this is a new one. Accuracy bonus while aiming down sights with shotguns increases by 40%, and you gain a 50% increased effective range with shotguns when aiming down the sights. So this is kind of cool because you'll actually be able to use AP slugs or maybe other ammo to actually snipe, sort of, kind of. If not snipe, then at least hit law enforcers from a far off range. So I can't really see anything wrong with that. And then up at the top, we have Overkill, which is basically the same as it was. Over here in Armor, you see we've had a couple of abilities combined, 15% armor recovery rate, and then also we have here reduce the visual effect duration of flashbangs 75%. So that's actually pretty good. I'm going to get that because that's, I think, what I would want for my build anyways. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And then Transporter is over here. This is kind of cool. The ace version of this, for each 10 armor points, the bag movement penalty is reduced by 1%. So it looks like the heavier your armor is, then the less your penalty is, which is kind of weird, I think. But I guess it's okay. And over here we have Die Hard. This is kind of cool here. So it's definitely a lot different than what it was before. 50% less damage while interacting with objects, and you get 20 more armor on your ballistic vests. Alright, up here in Bulletproof, looking a little bit different as well. Basic is basically the same. Ace version of this, when you melee or shoot shield enemies, there's a chance that they get knocked over by the sheer force. The chance depends on the damage of the used weapon. So if you shoot them with something powerful, they might fall over. Acing it sounds pretty worthless, but if you're bad, then I guess you can ace it. And then also we have Bullseye. So this has now been moved over to Enforcer, which is also interesting. So this used to be over in Fugitive, it's now an Enforcer. I'm just gonna kind of leave it there. Up in Iron Man, you have basic version improves your armor so you can absorb 40% more damage, and the Ace version unlocks the ability to wear the improved combat tactical vest. We also have Ammo Specialist, which starts out with Scavenging. You gain a 50% increased ammo box pickup range, so you can pick up from farther away, and then every 6th enemy you kill will drop an extra ammo box. Pretty neat. Tier 2, we have Bulletstorm, and we get the Saw way early on, which is kind of nice. Up in Tier 3, we have Carbon Blade, and then we have Ammo, and then the top one is Fully Loaded. Then we also have under Fully Loaded is a new Aced version of this, so increases the amount of ammo you gain from ammo boxes by 75%. You also gain a 5% base chance to get a throwable from an ammo box. The base chance is increased by 1% for each ammo box you pick up that does not contain a throwable. When a throwable has been found, the chance is reset to its base value. So this is kind of worded really strangely, but basically you have a chance to get a throwable like a grenade, Molotov, whatever, from an ammo box. Pretty cool. And by ammo box, it's not referring to ammo bags, it's referring to the boxes you pick up off of killed enemies. So basically you have an extra chance to get a throwable back for doing things that you already do. Pretty neat. We're now in Technician, and holy shit, Technician has had some changes. I mean, really, some major changes. Let's start over here in Defense Up. So here is the base on the Engineer side. Sentry guns cost 56% of your current ammo to deploy, and then they also gain a protective shield. So already from the start, we're getting some nice little buffs for our sentry guns. In Tier 1, we have Eco Sentry. Your sentry gun costs 48% of your current ammo to deploy, and they get an extra 150% health. Over here, we have Sentry Targeting Package. They gain a 100% increase in accuracy, which is nice, and the rotational speed is increased by 150%, and the guns also have 50% more ammo. Not bad. Up here in Tier 3, we have Engineering. You can now select a less noisy version of the sentry gun, making them much less likely to be targeted by enemies. So here we are in Engineering under Tier 3. You can now select a less noisy version of the sentry gun, making them less likely to be targeted by enemies. And here's the big one, acing it, okay? You can now toggle AP rounds on your sentry guns, lowering the rate of fire by 75%, but increasing damage by 250%, and allowing it to pierce through enemies and shields. Holy shit, Batman, pretty cool. Now, if you guys saw my video about a month and a half or so ago, I laid out about 5 things I thought Payday 2 really needed to fix, and one of them was Technician, and I also kind of mentioned that, it'd be nice to be able to switch the ammo type in that, because that'd be kind of cool. Now, I'm not saying that, this is because of what I said. I'm not saying that at all, okay? Not saying that at all. Do not go and say that. I said that, okay? I'm just saying that was something I said back then I thought would be kind of cool, and they're doing it, and that really makes me happy, because that's a really cool idea. One of the big problems with sentry guns is that they have a very hard time with shields. If the shield doesn't turn, if the shield's like looking right at them, they won't be able to do shit to them. Now it appears like that's not going to be as big of a problem. Under Jack of all trades, you deploy and interact with all deployables 50% faster, and you can now equip a second deployable to bring with you. The second deployable has 50% less uses than normal. So this is actually kind of cool. So you could bring, theoretically, your sentry guns and doctor bags or, first aid kits. I think that's pretty neat. I'm not sure if it's worth all the points, but pretty neat. And in the final tier, we have Tower Defense. You can now carry 1 extra sentry gun, and then if you ace it, you can now carry an additional 3 extra sentry guns. That's kind of ridiculous. That's a lot of sentry guns. I hope you have like Gambler, or you get some ammo from somewhere, because your ass is gonna run out of ammo so quick. But I want to see like 5 AP slug turrets just like blowing shit up. Alright, so now in Breacher, so this is where all of your drill skills are, have been put. Now we're in Breacher. This is where all the drill skills have been put for the time being. There's not really a whole lot here because they're still kind of working on it. The only thing I'm really going to say anything about here is Kickstarter, because that's kind of new. Your drills and saws gain an additional 20% chance to automatically restart after breaking, and you gain the ability to restart a drill by hitting it with a melee attack. You get 1 chance for each time it breaks with a 50% success rate. So you can punch the drill and it might work again. I think that's kind of funny. And last but not least, we have Oppressor. So first one here, base, is weapon accuracy and stability. Up here we have under Tier 1 Heavy Impact. Shots have 20% chance to knock down enemies, and your shots now have a 60% chance to knock down enemies. We also have Fire Control. You gain weapon accuracy while firing from the hip, and you lose less accuracy while moving and shooting, so kind of cool. Tier 3, we have fast fire. Your submachine guns, light LMGs, and rifles gain 15 more bullets in the magazine. Does not affect the shock and awe skill, and then you also gain the ability to pierce body armor, kind of cool. And then shock and awe, you can now hip fire weapons while sprinting. And additionally to that, killing 2 enemies with an SMG, LMG, or rifle fired in automatic mode will reduce your next reload time by up to 60%. This bonus is reduced by 1% for each bullet above 20 in the total magazine size, down to a minimum of 20% reload reduction, so pretty neat. Last but not least, we have body expertise, which kind of sounds a little bit sexy if you ask me. Body expertise. Basic version, 18.75% of the enemy's headshot multiplier is applied to the enemy's body. This skill is only activated by SMGs, LMGs, or rifles fired in automatic mode. So then we also have 62.5% of the enemy's headshot multiplier is applied to the enemy's body. Again, the same things. So if I read this correctly, it means that a percentage of the extra damage is going to be dealt to the enemy's body. So you hit them in the head, and then they also are going to take extra body damage as well. Sounds pretty good. Not sure if it's worth a ton of points to get to it, since power creep in this game is kind of crazy and you can kill enemies pretty quickly as it is. But it's an interesting little thing, and it's now there. We are now in Ghost, and we're going to check out Covert Ops. So Covert Ops, the base one is pretty simple here. Nothing really new there. You can kind of read through it yourself on your own time. Tier 1 is now Cleaner, so you have Cleaner skills there. This is, by the way, like the stealth tree, basically. We have Chameleon here, which is looking quite a bit different these days. Basic version of this, you gain the ability to automatically mark enemies within a 10-meter radius around you after standing still for 3.5 seconds in stealth, and if you ace it, you get access to all insider assets. Cleaning costs after killing the civilian is reduced by 75%. It's looking quite a bit different. Alright, and now we have Tier 3, ECM Overdrive, which is basically the same as before. And then we have Undertaker, which is a new one here. You gain the ability to loop one camera for 25 seconds, temporarily disabling it, and you lockpick 50% faster. Up in Tier 3, we have ECM Specialist, and you can now place 2 ECMs, and then the jammer duration goes up by 25%, feedback duration goes up by 25%, pagers are delayed by ECM Jammer, so everything's pretty much the same there. Under Commando, we have Duck and Cover, which is one of the stamina skills that was in Ghosts, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. That's basically something I want. And then we have Evasion, which is a combination of Fugitive skills, and also, what is it called? Cat something? Cat-like reflexes? I don't know. It used to be in Ghost. It would reduce your fall damage. So under the new skill Evasion, you gain 10% additional movement speed and 20% ladder climbing speed. And you gain the ability to sprint in any direction. Your fall damage is also reduced by 75%, and you only take armor damage from falling from non-fatal heights. So again, they've kind of added like 3 skills together here. It's kind of insane. And again, Thick Skin's looking different as well. Weapon Concealment for melee is up by 2, and if you ace it, it goes up by a whole 4. So quite a bit of extra concealment there. Then we have Shockproof, which used to be in Forcer, and if you ace it, then you can free yourself from a taser by interacting with it within 2 seconds of getting tased. So that's kind of cool, actually. Probably not worth the points, but it's cool. And then we have Dire Need. This is new. When your armor is depleted, the first shot on any enemy will cause those enemies to stagger. The effect ends when your armor regens, and then this effect persists for 6 seconds after your armor is regenerated. So basically, your armor breaks. The first shot you take on any enemy after that will cause them to stagger, so it'll give you a chance to kind of like hopefully not die. Kind of cool. Sounds a little bit too good, maybe, but kind of cool. And then we have Sneaky Bastard. Sneaky Bastard is now a Ghost skill. Also under Ghost, we now have a dedicated Silent Killer tree, which I think is kind of cool because Silent Killer is one of my favorite builds. So let's see what's different in Silent Killer here. Professional, 8 weapon stability, 100% snap zoom, and then 12 weapon accuracy. Basically, you know, not too bad there. The damage looks like it's been reduced quite a bit. It used to be 15 and 15. It's now 7.5 and 7.5. So a little bit of nerf. It was already really good anyway, so probably that's not a bad thing. And then also Low Blow is now in the Silent Killer tree, which I think is kind of interesting. And then in the top part of this, we have Unseen Strike, which is new. If you do not lose any armor or health for 4 seconds, you gain a 35% critical hit chance for 6 seconds. The critical hit chance duration is increased to 18 seconds, so that's the aced version there. A lot of cool sounding stuff in here. I can definitely think of a lot of potential kind of pairings for this. I'm actually kind of excited about this so far. Everything's looking pretty good here, but we haven't gotten Fugitive yet, so I'm going to hold out judgment until then. But overall, so far, I'm actually pretty excited. Alright guys, we go now into Fugitive. let's take a look at Gunslinger first. So Gunslinger is now over here in Fugitive. So your pistol skills from Mastermind are basically now in Fugitive. So basic version, decreased time it takes to draw and holster pistols by 80%, and then you gain 8 weapon accuracy for acing it. Akimbo is now a tier 2 ability, so you can get this very easily, which is very nice. Gun Nut is new, pistol magazine sizes are increased by 5, and then if you ace it, you get 100% increased rate of fire. So, okay, cool. Tier 3 custom ammo, this is pretty much just Gunslinger, the old Gunslinger, 5 extra damage, and if you ace it, 15. Desperado, each successful pistol hit gives you a 10% increased accuracy bonus for 10 seconds and can stack 4 times. And if you ace it, you reload pistols 50% faster. I don't like how that's been stripped away from where it was before, because it used to be under Gunslinger and Mastermind, you would get the damage and the reload together, and now you don't get that, so I don't like that as much. And then last but not least, we have Trigger Happy. So each successful pistol hit grants a 20% damage boost for 2 seconds, and can stack 4 times, and then after that, if you ace it, you increase the damage boost duration to 10 seconds. Under Relentless, we have 9 lives, so this is kind of cool. It's easy to get to. 9 lives was always in Ghost. It was a lot of points and just kind of stupid. If you have a few extra points, then I think it might be worth it to put it into 9 lives here. I'm not sure how the builds will work out, but it seems like it might be a decent option. We'll look at Running from Death. You reload and swap weapons 100% faster for 10 seconds after getting up, and you move 30% faster for 10 seconds after getting up. So this will help you get up and run away if you've been destroyed, basically. And then we also have Up You Go. You take 30% less damage for 10 seconds after getting up, and you gain 15% of your maximum health when getting up. Under Tier 3, we have Feign Death. When you get down, you have a 15% chance to get instantly revived, and the chance to get revived is increased by 30%. Kind of stupid and useless. Basically the old version of 9 lives for the most part. And then Swan Song is also over here. So Swan Song is basically the same as before. And last but not least, we have Pistol Messiah. So Pistol Messiah is up at the top. It's looking a little bit different right now. Even fully aced, you only have 1 charge. I'm assuming it's going to be changed in the future, but right now that's way too many points to spend just for 1 freaking charge. I mean, yeah, you can, use a doctor bag and replenish it, but not really worth it at all. So that's a little disappointing. And last but not least, we have Martial Arts under the new Brawler tree. So we now have a dedicated tree for melee skills. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's there. So 50% less damage from all melee attacks because of training. I like that. You take 50% less damage from all melee attacks because of training. Okay, well, since you put it that way, then okay, great, sure, why not? Acing it, you get 50% more likely chance to knock down enemies with melee strike. Under Tier 2, we have Pumping Iron. Melee attacks against non-special enemies do 50% more damage. Your melee attacks against special enemies do 50% more damage. So basically more damage against them. Bloodthirst, every kill you get will increase your next melee attack damage by 100% up to 300. This effect gets reset when striking an enemy with a melee attack, and then whenever you kill an enemy with a melee attack, you will gain 50% increase in reload speed for 10 seconds. Up in Tier 3, we have Counter Strike, which is basically the same as it was before for the most part. And then Berserker has been moved from Enforcer all the way to Fugitive. So if you're looking for a Berserker build, it's over here in Fugitive now. Last but not least, we have Frenzy. So you start at and cannot heal above 30% of your maximum health. You also take 30% less damage, and healing is reduced by 75%. Acing it, health damage is now reduced by 50, and healing is reduced by 50. So, I mean, this one's kind of okay, but I'm not really seeing why it would be super useful. If you're trying to do melee build, then maybe it's okay. But even with my Berserker builds that I use now, I mean, taking health damage isn't really a problem. So it's not really something I really worry about. And, the times that I come up out of, gray health or something like that and I want to heal anyways, I want to get my health back and then, kind of reduce it on my terms. Like take a few shots here and there, get my health down where I want it to be, and then I'm good. I mean, it's decent, I guess. You can at least heal. So if you take the basic version, for example, then you won't have to worry about your health ever going above Berserker range. So that's good. So you can get a little bit of healing from gambling or stuff like that and not have to worry about that. So that's kind of nice, I guess. But overall, not really seeing the need there for that. Alright guys, so here I am. I'm going to try this heist real quick with these sentry guns. So you see my primary here is the core sentry gun deployable, and then I also have ammo bag secondary up top. So this is kind of cool. I can now bring some ammo with me for my very hungry sentry turrets. So I'm going to see how this bad boy works. Alright, so I'm in game now. You can kind of see the problem already here. Watch this. I can't deploy my extra sentry guns. I can only have 2 down. So it's kind of disappointing. I'm assuming it's probably not because I'm running like modded HUD or something like that. It's just like a problem. Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but that doesn't work. So I can't have like 6 turrets down, unfortunately. But we're gonna check out the fire mode though, at least. And see, I can pick it up if I want to. I don't know what kind of fire mode it is. Okay, so it's just regular bullets. Let's see if it's AP slug now. I hit it again. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it only used my secondary ammo, guys. Look at this. My UAR is like full ammo, basically. That's really nice, actually. So I was a little bit disappointing there. Didn't quite work the way I was hoping it would. But yeah, guys, overall, I'm pretty optimistic about the skill changes and things so far. It's obviously it's scary, but I'm a little concerned about how some of my like tried and true builds will kind of work out. But you know, if things change, then, you know, things change, and there's going to be new stuff to kind of mess around and play with, so maybe it won't be such a bad thing. Let me know what you guys think of the proposed skill changes. I have some links in the description, some other reading and things you can catch up on and look at. Stuff I didn't really spend as much time looking at in this video. But let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty excited, like I said. I'm hoping this is going to be a good thing. It's going to breathe some new life into the game. Looks like a pretty cool little thing overall. This is Zach from Good Time Gaming. If you want to like, subscribe, and share if you like anything you saw today. And remember to always have a good time gaming.